Hello Guardians, welcome to this video of the final boss clear of the Vault of Glass raid, which is the clan Nocturnal Order, or newly formed Destiny clan. I'm Liquid Toxin, you're going to be seeing this video through my eyes. So bear with me, this is my first commentary ever, and I want to go ahead and apologize for the shitty mic quality throughout. And I'm going to do my best to walk you through this fight. First, the video is going to start at a failed attempt. While this is going on, I'll start off with an intro talking about the optimal fire team. I'll provide a link to skip this intro if you don't want to listen to it. First off, let me start with the description of our group. We have 1 level 28 and 5 27s. First off, we have Makeshift Man, a level 28 Gunslinger Hunter. Up next, we have Swarm, a level 27 Gunslinger Hunter. Then RKBD Font, another level 27 Gunslinger Hunter. Alright, next up we have Pure Insane, a level 27 Sunsinger Warlock. And then we have Muscle Milk, he's a level 27 Titan Defender. And finally me, Liquid Toxin, I'm a level 27 Titan Defender as well. Some notes on your teams is a really good idea to have 2 to 3 Gunslinger Hunters on your team during the fight. And there's no reason to have a Blade Dancer because their super will be useless here. I also recommend having at least 1 Defender Titan because their bubble will come in use in this fight, but also even more in the Hydra fight before this. A Warlock is also an excellent addition to the team. You can use either subclass, but I recommend using Sunsinger for the purpose of self-resing, as you'll see Pure Insane do throughout this fight. The most important thing to remember during this fight is it's all about teamwork. Trusting your team is everything during this raid, but most importantly this fight. There is a reason Bungie did not include matchmaking for the raid. A good indicator if your team's on track is how easy entering the gate at the very beginning of the raid is. That part should fly by with little to no problems. I also recommend completing the raid from the beginning, even if you have a fire team member that can load straight to the boss, because this will help your team become better coordinated for the final boss. Alright, enough with this long-winded intro, let me get into explaining how the fight will work. And I'm going to do so first through this failed attempt. And through this failed attempt I'm going to explain the whole fight, so it's good to watch through that whole thing. And then I'll just do a play-by-play basis once we get to the official attempt that we pass with. Alright, I guess it's time to get started with the actual explanation of the fight. Alright, so you're going to need to have a portal team and a team that unlocks the gates from the outside. 3 people will get pulled into the portals. The 3 people that get pulled are the 3 people at the backmost area of the room. So you need to have your portal team always stay near the back. Especially at the very beginning of the fight, they need to be in the very back and make sure no one else crosses the line between the pillars just in case. The portal team should be made up of 2 Gunslinger Hunters and 1 random other class that I recommend being a Defender Titan for their tankier nature. When the 3 are teleported into the gate, they need to call out whether it is jungle or desert. If jungle, the gate opening team will need to open the gate using the plate on the right side. If they are in the desert, use the left plate. Now once you're reporting into the gate, the Titan needs to grab the relic as soon as they enter, and the 2 gunslingers use either golden gun if they have it, and grenades, or rockets and grenades to take out the ads in the center. Also, make sure your team grabs all types of ammo since this is in the tower before taking on the raid because you tend to run out. The relic hunter needs to jump down and slam to clear the leftover ads out. The desert ads are all pretty simple, but the jungle have 1 Praetorian, so focus fire on it, as the relic holder will struggle taking it out. The gunslingers need to quickly reconcentrate on taking out the oracles and the portals. There will be 7 in all. As soon as the relic holder gets the cleanse ability that is a substitute for the grenades, they need to use it on the other 2 teammates in the portal consistently so they can see because of the debuff that causes vision to go black. Have your 2 teammates get close when it is available so you don't risk missing one. As you are fighting the oracles, slowly make your way to the gate, and by the time you get finished, the gate opener team should have the gate open for you. After killing the oracles, all living members of your team will receive a buff that allows them to do extreme damage, and all cooldowns come back in 2 seconds, including supers. When the buff is active, have your entire team DPS the boss, but beware of supplicants as they will explode on contact with you, and the boss summons a set of them when the buff becomes active. If they get near, don't be afraid to lay off the boss for a second to shoot them because you do extreme damage to them as well. Leave the gate through the right side of the staircase as we do in the video. Once you exit, have your two teammates stay right outside the gate and use cleanse to permanently remove the debuff. Once you are all cleansed, have the relic holder get to the back of the room and just super the boss, like I do in this video, because they will have no defense against the supplicants. Have the portal team keep an eye on the timer on the lower left screen. When it reaches 5 seconds, make your way to the back of the room and be prepared to rinse and repeat 4 to 5 more times. Keep in mind, you only have time to run the gate runs about 6 times overall before the boss enrages, making the fight even more ridiculous. Alright, on to the gate opening team. The gate opening team's main purpose is simply opening the gate and killing supplicants. Now while the goal itself is simple, executing this can prove a bit challenging at times. So when the portal team calls out what side they are on, have at least one member of the gate openers to stand on the gate for a brief second to open. But you don't have to stay on it, as once it's opened, it will stay open unless enemies swarm it. Keep 1 to 2 members on the center platform shooting supplicants, because from there you're totally safe from their explosions. Just be cautious of the boss's attacks, and also of the supplicants' fire. While the team member opening the hot plate should try and stay on the center pillar of the hot plate, because it is possible but unlikely that supplicants can explode and kill you there. When the team calls jungle, open the right hot plate and desert left if it's the desert. Be ready for when the portal team clears the oracles to full force DPS the boss. By the end of the third round, the boss really needs to be below half health, or you're going to have a lot of trouble with the enraged timer. Alright, so this is pretty much an overload of information, so best thing for you to do is the failed attempt's about to end here, and just watch through this successful attempt, and I'm just gonna go through it with you, and hopefully you guys can use it to your advantage. Alright, so as we start out, obviously I'm just standing there for a second. This is a good corner to stay in as you stay out of the boss's line of sight for the portal team. That way you don't take any damage, because if one portal team member dies right here, just go ahead and jump off and wipe, because it's pointless. You can go ahead and add a little bit of damage to the boss from here, because the 1% of damage you might do might be the ending damage that you actually need to beat it. Alright, so just keep an eye out for when the time gate is active. Alright, he's opening the time stream, you're teleporting, and I failed a little bit at picking up the relic successfully in time, but as you notice, Makeshift and RKBD are taking out the ads, and what a failed smash for me. And just take out the rest of the ads, and be ready to cleanse, run back up, tell them to group together, cleanse them, they're cleansed, and while they're concentrating on killing all the oracles, go ahead and make your way as the relic holder towards the gate, but be ready to run back down and just try to cleanse. But don't hold the cleanse button down, you just want to make it brief. That way you don't use up all the cooldown. Alright, so gate's active, DPS up. You cleanse them as soon as you get outside the gate. Go ahead and ask them to make sure they're cleansed. Everybody is DPSing the boss. I'm running to the back to super as the relic holder. Now you're a little bit far away and the travel's kind of slow, so you're just going to have to kind of guess where the boss is going to move next. But it does a tremendous amount of damage, so definitely do that. Alright, and keep going on the countdown timer. We're about to port again. And here we go, porting, grabbing the relic. We're in forest this time, so the two gunslingers, Makeshift and RKBD, are focusing the Praetorian. And I go down and smash and try to finish him off from there. Now I'm going to be running back up for the cleanse, so I'm going to get together, make sure you hit them both, because that first cleanse is the most important of all. And they're going to be killing, remember, 7 oracles. Do not leave until you have 7 oracles. Just try to cleanse them a little bit more. Alright, and DPS buff is up. As you can see, Time's Vengeance on the side. Got about 25 seconds with it. Make sure they're both cleansed. And again, as we're going to move to the back. Everybody else DPS, hardcore the boss. Just watch out for the supplicants. As you see them there, they will explode. And watch out as the relic hunter, because if your super's not up, you might punch and lunge off the cliff. That does happen.
Alright, so we see one of our teammates went down, but he's not on the portal team, so it's fine. It's just better for a gate opener team member to die than a portal team member. Always have one person on the gate opener team to be ready to enter the portal as a backup in case one of the gate opener, or in case one of the portal team members does happen to die. Alright, rinse and repeat. It's going to be random each time. There's no set way to know if you go into forest or desert until the time of teleportation. So just keep that in mind. Be ready for both. I would say desert's a lot easier than forest. Alright, as we enter the gate, watch out cleanse, and keep in mind there is a glitch with the gate that can cause it so when you enter the gate you don't actually go back to the normal realm. You stay in the timed realm, so if that happens, just enter the gate back as fast as possible, and as the relic hunter, just try to get to them and cleanse them as soon as possible. Alright, just DPS the boss here, guys. And as you'll see throughout the video, Pure Insane's self-resing right now comes like it's a godsend during this, so it's really good to have that Sunsinger Warlock. Alright, DPS the boss. Or not DPS the boss, sorry about that. Kill the ads. Alright, cleanse, get all the oracles. Get to the gate. And the people outside need to be ready. You just need to call out at the point where you call all the oracles. Or about to, that way they can get ready to DPS the boss. Also, gate opening team, let the portal team know if they're going to come out, and any supplicants are going to be right on their ass when they come out. Because that's something you do not want. Alright, again, DPS the boss. Relic hunter, just keep spamming that super. Everybody else, that means use your supers as necessary. Alright, and going back in the portal. Alright, and keep in mind that our portal team member, RKBD, did die, and then it was an excellent job by Swarm to jump in and get to the back and be a part of that informal portal team. He did a great job. Knowing what to do there. Just gotta have a team member that's that supplemental portal team member. Alright. Same thing goes. Cleanse. And as you see, Swarm got the portal glitch, so we had to go back through, and it took a little bit longer to cleanse him, but overall we got him. And throughout the video, if you noticed, Muscle Milk was doing a great job of using his Defender Titan super to put that bubble in the center as good protection against the boss's fire and also the supplicant. And just keep DPSing that boss. This should be the last portal team attempt. I believe we had 6 in all. It's possible to do it in 5, but it's very unlikely. And again, 6 is like about the max you're going to be able to do before the enrage timer hits, and it's just going to get ridiculous with all the supplicants spawning in. Alright, but once you get the portals down, and they take you a few attempts, they'll become just like clockwork, and you'll be able to get through them really easily. Alright, and you see outside the portal team, Pure Insane's doing a good job reviving teammates so they can get back up for the final boss DPS. And here comes the final boss DPS. Here, cleanse the members. Again, I go to the back, Enrage is near, as you see. So by the time you would get out of the next portal run, it would be an Enrage. So it's possible to do it in 7. But you're going to be in the Enrage timer at the end of 7. And ready. Boss is down. Alright, Guardians, good luck. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe. I'm going to put our clan link at the very bottom if you're ever interested in doing a raid with us. We try to keep it to a close, tight-knit group so we know each other well. But if you're interested, just shoot us a message and go ahead and follow us on Bungie.net clans.
Good luck, guys.